Hey, we're going to start today in a seated position. So just find yourself grounded, sit bones on the mat, knees wide, palms face open as you reach the crown of the head up and lengthen your spine. And so today, we want to keep raising the volume of the soul so we can feed and awaken it. And so we just want to allow ourselves to dream, to come back to things that we've maybe silenced for so long. So I'm going to read parts of that book again, Einstein and the Rabbi, and she says, "The soul comes from the place of eternity, and it longs for those things. It longs for God, for beauty, for nature, for learning, for love, for unity, for peace. But more than that, there's something your soul wants that only you can satisfy. Each soul is unique and it has its own inclinations. There's a mission embedded in your very being that only you can fulfill." So full breath in. Exhale out. Start to engage that belly breathing. Deep inhale. Gentle sigh. Maybe you just start to breathe that ujjayi breath, breathing in and out your nose. On your exhale, pushing air out, but with lips sealed. And just stand in those, or sit in those words. There's something unique for your soul. Something that was put within you to bring forth in your time here. Take an inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, left hand to right knee, right hand back, just twist. Next inhale, untwist, reach the left hand out to the left side, right arm reaches up and over, side bend. Big breaths in and out your nose. And then inhale, lift up. Right hand comes behind you. Left arm sweeps high as you lift up onto your shins. Baby back bend here. The heart press up. The gaze goes back. And then lower down. Right hand to the left knee. Left fingertips back behind you. Twist. Next exhale, untwist, right hand out to right side, left arm reaches up and over, side bend. Holding your postures, but staying connected to your breath. Untwist, or come back up, and then left hand behind you, right arm lifts up as you press up onto the shins. Lift the hips, heart reaches up, gaze back. And then just flow with that one breath per movement a few times. So left hand to the right knee, twist. Inhale, left arm goes out to the left side, right arm reaches up and over, side bend. Come back up, right hand behind you, left arm lifts, hips lift high. Lower down, right hand to left knee, twist. Untwist, right hand out to the right, side bend. Lower, reach back up. Lift the hips, left hand behind you, right arm reaches up. Maybe do that one more time with your own breath, each side. Start to drop into your body. See how it's feeling. Just envisioning each breath, breathing soul back in, welcoming it, And then find neutral when you're ready. And then come to table. Just take 2-3 breaths to move how you need. And then find neutral. Curl the toes under. Lift the knees just slightly. Draw the navel into your spine. Press the palms down into the ground. So your knees are just like half an inch above the ground. And then exhale, lower down. Inhale to cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral. Lift the knees. Exhale, lower. Inhale to cow. Exhale, cat. One more time, hover the knees. This time, press back down dog. Take a few breaths in your down dog. And then deep bend in the knees, look towards your hands, step afloat to the top of your mat. Fold it out, interlace the hands, reach the knuckles up and overhead. And then just take a bend in the left knee, turn the left shoulder towards the knee as the chest spirals open towards the right. Let the crown of your head get heavy here. On your next exhale, switch sides. And then come back neutral. Let the hands sweep back behind the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold it out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, high plank. And then move through a vinyasa. You know that down dog is always an option. You can skip that, so I won't say that. But take what you need, as always. And then from down dog, lift the right leg up. Shift forward, right knee to nose. Step the foot between the hands. Drop your back knee down. Inhale to rise up. And then left hand down, right arm reaches up as you lift your back knee. Twist it open. Left inner thigh presses up. Both legs are engaged. And then hand comes down. Come to plank. Hold your plank. Feel the back of the heart pressing up. And then right hand down. Twist open, side plank. You can stay in your side plank or take your top leg, step it back, come into wild thing. So that top leg, the knee is bent. The long leg is pinky edge pressing into the mat. And then the hip points lift up as you arch the back. And then find your way back to plank and then down dog. Let's take the opposite side. Left leg lifts. Shift forward, left knee to nose. Step the foot forward. Drop your back knee. Rise up. And then on your next exhale, right hand comes down. Left hand reaches up. Lifting your back knee up. Hand comes down, step to plank. Transition to the left hand side plank. Either hold your side plank, you can modify it by dropping the bottom knee, or you could stay, flip your dog with your heart open, lifting the hips, arching the back. Coming back, high plank. Take a vinyasa if you want it, otherwise just go to down dog. Deep bend in the knees, look towards the hands. Step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale to your heart. Inhale, sink back, chair pose. Let's hold here. So we'll build on that flow a little more with each time. So sinking back in your chair. Draw the shins back. Just slightly tuck the tailbone more down. And then as you exhale, straighten or fold it out. Halfway lift, inhale. Step back, high plank. And then move through your vinyasa. Right leg lifts. So you know where we're going. We're just going to add to it. Shift forward, knee to nose. Step the foot between the hands. Drop the back knee. Rise up, inhale. On your exhale, hands to heart, twist. Left elbow to the outside of your right knee. A few cleansing breaths, deep, soulful breaths. And then untwist. Left hand down, right arm reaches up. Lift your back knee. And then from here, hands come down, high plank. Right hand roots, side plank. Lift the hip points up. And then maybe take that top knee. Can you draw the top knee in your side plank towards your chest? And then pivot, stepping that bent knee up to the top of your mat. And then step to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep high. Exhale to your heart. Inhale, sink back, chair pose. Take an exhale, fold it out. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step or float back, move through vinyasa. Remember, if you're jumping back, you always jump back to bent elbows. Right into a chaturanga. And then when you're ready, left leg lifts. Left knee to nose. Step the foot between your hands, drop the back knee. Uncurl the toes, rising up. As you exhale, hands to heart, twist. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Take a few breaths. Inhale, untwist, arms reach high. Exhale, hands come down. Let's take right hand down, left arm reaches high, curl the knee, or curl the toes, lift the back knee. From here, hands come down, high plank, pivoting into side plank, left hand down. And then taking that top leg, bending that knee in towards the chest, and then pivoting to step that knee, that foot up to the top of your mat. And then the back foot follows, stepping up to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep high. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, sink back, chair pose. And if you want to play with crow, you can bring the hands down, bring the knees to the outside of the elbows, just above the elbows. You can explore picking one foot up, maybe then the other. Keep your gaze forward so you don't roll out. And if you do roll out, just have fun. And then if you've got your crow and you're holding it, you can jump back, chaturanga. Otherwise, come up halfway lift, step back to high plank, move through a vinyasa. So feel free to throw that in anytime. From your down dog, lift the right leg up, shift forward, knee to nose, step the foot between the hands. Stay up now. This time, inhale, rise up, high lunge. Exhale, twist, left elbow to the outside of the right knee. And then from your twisted crescent, step up, twisted chair. Step that back leg up, stay in your twist. Untwist, regular chair. Start to stand into the right leg, left knee into your chest. You can either keep the knee as it is, maybe you extend the leg long. Left heel presses forward. Can you lift from the inner thigh? Maybe lift that leg up a little higher. Breathe here. And then draw the left leg slowly back to meet the right, but keep it hovering, and then just hover it back to warrior three. So start to shift the upper body parallel to the ground as the left leg reaches back. Heel is pressing back. You can have your hands to prayer, your hands open, your arms open wide. Find a slight bend in that right knee as you square the hips down towards the ground. And then exhale, step back, high lunge. Arms reach high, full breath in. Exhale, hands come down, move through vinyasa. Deep bend in the knees, look towards the hands, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sink back, chair pose. And either hold chair pose for a few breaths or take that crow. Play with your crow. Play with jumping back. Just where do you want to go today? Where do you want to challenge yourself? And then as you're ready, wherever you are, just make your way to plank, move through vinyasa to down dog. We'll just take that other side. Left leg lifts, left knee to nose, step the foot between the hands. Keep the back knee lifted. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, twist, hands to heart. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Staying in this twisted high lunge, step the back leg up. Twisted chair. Then come out of the twisted chair, regular chair, straighten the left leg, right knee comes into chest. And then extend the right leg out long, arms are reaching up. Don't worry about getting the heel parallel in line with the hip, just where's your edge? Can you lift a little higher from your inner thigh up? And then just transition slowly into that warrior three. So as that right leg slowly shifts back, the upper body starts to hinge forward. Find the position in your arms that works best. Find that balance. And then just be here, slight bend in the left knee so you can draw the left hip back. Next, exhale, bend that left knee even more. Step back, high lunge, reach high. Exhale, hands come down. Move, step yourself into down dog. So you can hit pause, go through that a few more times, add something in, take something out. But just in keeping these classes around the 30-minute mark, we'll just start to take things down a little bit. And so if you can unpause when you're ready, if you want a little more fire, a little more heat into your practice. Otherwise, from your down dog, just drop into child's pose for a few breaths. And maybe you, after a few breaths, lift yourself up slightly, walk your upper body over to the right side. Belly kind of drops down onto the right thigh. And there's this gentle opener here, side opener. So we can feed our egos and nourish our desires, but our souls can remain parched if we let the ego drive. And without proper sustenance and nourishment, the soul will lose its vitality, its fire. Starved and thirsty, the soul can become sick and weak. And the soul's infirmity can affect us. We can all recognize some of the symptoms of a soul sickness, whether it's materialism, a sense of emptiness, excessive ambitiousness, jealousy, addiction, fear, anxiety, melancholy. Ignoring the soul can lead to a life of confusion. Without the soul's voice to guide us, we begin to make poor choices. Switch sides. Find that. Walk over to the left side. And none of these words are meant to shame or to judge if they're striking a chord in you. But they're meant to just give us pause and to ask, are we being ruled by ego, or are we being ruled by the unique voice of our soul that God gave us? And if ego is driving anywhere, we're just inviting Spirit to show us, to invite us into what it means to make a change, to raise the volume of our soul a little bit more, and to let it lead. The Lord is my shepherd reminds us that God restores our soul, as we talked about last time. So how do we let God help us? How do we learn to shepherd our own soul back to life? How do we help revive the souls of others? Healing the soul has to do with heeding the soul. And we can learn to hear the soul once more. We can learn to cooperate with it, partner with it. But we have to begin feeding it and tending it like a garden. You heal the soul by giving it what it wants. Come back to neutral child's pose. And then just pressing up to table. Maybe a few cat-cows or circles with the hips before you make your way onto your back. Just hugging your knees into your chest. And then cross the right knee over the left knee, so it's like you're sitting with a skirt on. And you can either hug the shins towards the chest, like wrap the arms around the shins, or you can take the pinky edges of your feet and just draw the legs in closer to the body. Just keep breathing here, noticing what's coming up. Do you know what your soul is longing for? Have you been feeding it? What is it that you feel so satisfied doing? You feel full and alive when you're doing this. Can you remember the last time you've had that feeling? Don't judge what it is, just notice. Like that is the thing of your soul. That you just feel ignited. You could do this forever. Are you doing enough of that in your life? Switch sides when you're ready, crossing the opposite knee on top. Maybe there's any unsettled place in your life, place where the ego is driving, where the pressures and expectations of others are how you're choosing, the guide you're choosing to follow. But your soul is crying out for something different. Just keep breathing into these postures. Breathing in the things that nourish your soul, that bring it vitality and vibrance. And just with each exhale, being a symbol of leaving behind the ego, the materialism, the jealousy, the things of life that are ego-driven and that are slowly starving your soul. And from here, just keeping the knees as they are, drop the knees over to the right. Just take a few breaths in a spinal twist. The most important element is what we often neglect. Just simply set aside regular times for giving your soul what it wants, what it needs. Come back up. Bring that other knee on top and we'll twist to the other side. Once you begin nurturing and cultivating your soul, it will begin showing you more and more of what it's been longing to offer and teach you. So you don't have to know all the answers at once. You don't have to know all the things that bring your soul alive, but pay attention to when you feel it. And then do a little bit more of that. Make time and space for that. And the more you give it voice and you heed its voice, the more loud the voice becomes. The voice of your soul will speak. Come back neutral. Find Shavasana. Just find a full, slow breath in. Audible exhale. Allow your tongue to fall off the roof of your mouth as you relax your jaw. Feel the space between your eyes soften. Just notice the slight curl in your fingers as your palms are face up. Allow your breath to find its natural rhythm again. And just visualize the Lord as my shepherd. Visualize the Lord bringing you to still waters to restore your soul. What does a restored, alive soul look like to you? What are you doing? How does it feel? How does your soul connect to others? Is there anything getting in the way that you need to remove in order to let your soul lead? So God, we just ask for your insight and wisdom and the courage to live from soul, to let it speak, because it often can take us to crazy, wild places that are so beautiful but can feel so overwhelming. So may we raise the volume of our soul, the unique things you've given us, desires to go after. Full breath in, sigh it out. You can bend the knees, just slowly roll onto your side in a fetal position. Pressing yourself back up to sit. Tall spine, shoulders drawn back, heart pressing forward. From darkness to light, lead us. From untruth to truth, lead us. And from death into full life.